Hi, everybody. Oh, I have them unlocked. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm super excited to see you. If you are watching this video, it is possibly because you are an admin on Go Brunch inside of my skyscraper. So, welcome to the skyscraper. And I feel like the music is really loud. All right. So, with that being said, you are an admin. What does it mean to be an admin? Well, when you're an admin, you can make other people admins. So you can go to attendees, individual search, and then here there will be other people, and you can turn off their mics, turn off their cameras. You can also, I don't have all the things here, but there is a wheel that looks like a ship's wheel, the big steering wheels. I can't think of what they're called, but they have all the prongs, right? So there's a big ship steering wheel, and that is going to give admin access. And then there is a exit through the door. If you push that, that will remove somebody from the room. The next one, the very last one, is a circle with an X in it, which will ban them. Don't ban them. I mean, unless they deserve it, but don't ban them. So you can give admin privileges here. The other thing is that once you have admin privileges, one of the things that you can do as well is you can click on all rooms. And once you click on all rooms, you are able to edit your room. So you'll go into edit and you can change your room name to whichever you would like it to be. You can also turn it from public to private and give it a security key. Um, and you can kind of fiddle with some of these things in here. I always have a hot mic and I always have access to all the corners and access to the share screens. These are settings that you can modify for what you need. However, for sure, auto seat is one thing that I do, and I definitely have mics hot and to where they can turn on and off their cameras when they're ready. And then the other thing that I do is I make sure that the public chat is not clicked to save because, well, nobody needs to know what you talked about in the last meeting. Please don't mess with any of the seats. You can change the dynamic. So if you go from dynamic mode to presentation mode, it's going to give you a space for your screen. And then I have mine on individual view, or you can go sync view. I always leave it on individual. And the reason for that is because in individual view, everybody gets to size adjust. If you make it to where it's your view, right, then people are looking at what your view preferences are. And the good thing about Go Brunch is that people can adjust and they can make it their comfort. So down at the bottom, you have your mic, so you can mute it. You have your circle cam, so you can switch. Now, just so you do know, there are options for bigger circles. So if you're like, hey, I'm in my room, my circles are really small, I would like bigger circles, we can do that. It will shrink the amount of people that can fit in the room, or it will shrink if they can fit in a chair. So you might have people just lollygagging around, which is fine too, right? Um, so the other thing to look at when you are looking inside of your Go Brunch account and to pay attention to is My View. In My View, you can click on Online Friends, and this will show you who is online and what rooms they're in, which, with the benefit of that, when you make a friend, send them a message because then you can reach out to them and send them a direct message of what you're looking for. So if they're in their office, you can say, "Hey, I saw that you're in your office. Can I come visit you?" Please don't just go bombarding into people's offices. All right. So with that being said, you have access to your view. Inside of your view, you can change that dynamic. If I'm not here, you can notify me that you're there. And you can also go to your profile. Inside of your profile, you can upload. You can upload a photo here, and then you always want to update it here. And then you have different options that you can utilize as well. So you can use your profile. In my view, this is a button that Sarah and I use all the time. It is called Room Sound. So if you notice, I have two Go Brunch rooms open right now. I have my office and I have our co-working space open. So if I need to go to my office and run a meeting, I can do a room sound mute. Now, if you're a room sound muter, I put in the chat muted sound. That way, when I come back, I know what is my sound issue. So with that being said, sound issues. This is a browser-based program. And with that, there's specific issues and specific things that you want to make sure that your browser is managing. Also, you can see there is an in-app, so people could open it in the app. I will mess with that and see if I find anything. But for the most part, with sound issues, in every room, there will be this box. And so I want a room, please. That's going to take them straight to our room funnel. So they can watch a video about what rooms are about, and then they can come in here and they can start their monthly, or they can book a time with me and we can talk. This video covers everything. You guys know I have no idea how to minimize things. So with that being said, this will take them right to where they need to be. The other thing though is what we were talking about. I need tech assistance. So with I need tech assistance, it's going to open up this amazing ClickUp that I just built. And it's going to allow it to where they can troubleshoot without you needing to talk them through stuff. Okay. So the first thing that it's going to do is it's going to give them a sound test so they can test to see if things are working and if it's just the room. So if it is a computer setting, then they have the Mac option. If it's a computer setting, they have Mac and they have PC options. So computer settings and then browser settings. So this is going to walk them through whichever it is that they need to figure out so that they can go, and it's very simple. It just tells them exactly what they need to do. So this will walk them through that space. If you need to help them, you can. You have access to this. There is on this as well a room admins, which is where this video will live, and also another video that is directed towards different groups. So different groups will have videos as well for admin information. But that is the long short of things as far as what are we looking at when we look at being an admin. You can mute people. You can remove people from the room. Please be careful with which remove you're using. Also, you can, at the bottom, you can set a password, and at the top, you can lock the room. So if you have back-to-back meetings, you can lock the room, and then once somebody comes in, it's going to knock and tell you, hey, I'm here. And it will remind them that somebody's in your waiting room. It will knock frequently to remind you. So if you have somebody who's like me and doesn't know how to shut up, then that knocking will help and be like, oh, I have a client coming. Or they just pop in and, oh, hey, my next client's here. So you can really manage how you want that space. Now, you want to unlock it before you leave. If you leave it locked, then I will have to come in and unlock it for you. However, I can unlock it from my phone, so it's okay. If I'm not home, I can get you. But just be cognitive of that. That's why if you don't want anybody in your room, uh, use your passcode in all rooms. You can go ahead and set it to private and have that secret key. And just like in Zoom, when there's a passcode, you can process it to where you give that password to different people. So that can help you manage that space as well. But that is being an admin, and it should have covered everything. Thank you guys. Have a great day.